So when we step on this, we should pick it up, right? Like this. And it says you found gravity coil, claim, and then boom, got the gravity coil. So now this is inventory system. It has everything scripted in it. I scripted this entire inventory system with the equip and unequip system. So if we press equip, it says equipped, and we have this equipped in our character. We unequip this, right? It then goes back to our backpack. Welcome back, guys, to another Roblox Studio tutorial. So today we're gonna be making a custom inventory GUI tutorial. So basically, I made a tutorial a while ago about a inventory saving system. So what I did is basically made a data saving system, right, for a player's item. So let's say a player has items, right, in their default inventory in their backpack, and we just made a data store to save those items. So when the player leaves and then joins back, he'll have the same items in their inventory. And I did get a bunch of suggestions about how to make like a custom inventory GUI, so a completely custom inventory GUI instead of using the default Roblox backpack inventory thingy, right? So now let me show you guys, for example, what I mean by this. Okay, first of all, let's go to our toolbox. Let's say we have a bunch of items. So let's do like, I don't know, tool like for example, gravity coil. So we're gonna be using this as an example. So let's add this here, put this here, right? So let's say, and then let's get a spawn here. So let's say, now this is obviously an example, but usually you want to have your own kind of system, like maybe you can buy items, but this is an example. So let's say this is our custom, or not our custom, but this is our default Roblox backpack GUI, right? So it's our inventory basically. Now, all we did last inventory tutorial, all we did is save the items that were in our backpack. But we did do, I'm not sure how I did it. Yeah, it was a while ago. So it's been a while since I made the inventory tutorial. But in this tutorial, so let's hold on, I didn't explain that to you yet. But as you can see right here, this is the default Roblox. So let's say you don't want this, right? Let's say you want a completely custom inventory UI where you can click a button and then it has all your stuff, right? Alright, so that's easy. All you have to do now is I actually made this off camera, all of this, because I think I did also make it for someone's, it was for a commission, I think. Yeah, it was for a commission. So I also implemented this into this tutorial. So, okay, what the? Alright, forget about that. So custom inventory GUI. So this is what I made. So it has a bunch of stuff, right? It has a bunch of stuff. Now let me show you first of all. So you have like some folders. So let's first ungroup the stuff. So ungroup this in server storage, server script service. I mean, sorry, server script service. This is actually just a module GUI. Now, if you want to implement like rarities, like uncommon, common, rare, legendary items, then you would need this. If not, then you just want to modify the script a bit. But I mean, it's not necessary, but it won't hurt if you want to implement it in your game. So put this in starter GUI, ungroup this. So this is the actual GUI, the inventory GUI. So if I can show you guys, let's put this here. So 0 point, let's do 0 0.5. I don't know what's the original thing. So this is the inventory UI, right? So pretty much designed it. You can really customize if you want. If you don't want a blue color, maybe you want to change it. Maybe you want to make it like square. I don't know. Or I mean, it is square, but like, you know what I mean. So you can just resize this, do whatever you want with this, customize it how you want. So I just made it like this, the scrolling frame right here. And so you can add as much stuff into your inventory right here. So there's also this awarded. So this is something that will appear when you get an item, right? And I'll actually explain that to you later, but just to show you right now, let's make this visible. So it says you found and then whatever item you got. So this happens whenever you have or basically whenever you picked up an item or a tool, right? So whenever you picked up an item, this will appear. If you don't want this, I'll explain it later, but whatever. But that's just an extra thing that I added. It was also for a commission I did, so I implement this into this tutorial, so it was kind of cool. Backpack, this is what I think this is for. Let's see, so this is the awarded, script. But this also, I think if all right. Hmm. No, this is for the awarded apparently. Airdrop info. Oh, this is the same exact thing. Right, so this is all the rarities mostly. There's all the coin rewards, but that's actually not going to be used in this tutorial. It was just for another commission again. I think this is the open, so this opens your inventory. Main, I think if no, that's sweet. So I think what happened, right, is no. So whenever an item is added to this inventory, it's actually added from the script, from the server script, not from a local script. I'm not sure why I did that, but I'm pretty sure it's better to, yeah, it's better like that. I'm pretty sure it's better like that. Okay, so this is our inventory GUI, and this is our module script for it's a module script for all of our rarities. So this is basically a dictionary. That's all it is. Not necessary, but it's cool. You know, it's cool. All right. So let's start with these two folders. So actually, first, let's put these in replicated storage. Just put them in replicated storage. So put these, don't keep them in the folder, put them in replicated storage and delete the folder like that. All right, so this is our item template that you want. This is for whenever an item is added to your inventory GUI. You put them, okay, not like this. You put them in your main and holder. Obviously, like, this is an example. It already does that from the script, so I'm just showing you right now. But this is basically how it looks like. So as you can see, this is the item. And that's pretty much it. And the color of this text will depend on the rarity. You know, if you want, you can just keep it like this. Like, you can keep all the items or all the tools the same rarity, just like white. You don't have to implement rarities, but just in addition. So it is what it is, you know. And then collected item, this is our remote event that we want to fire from the script to the server. When a player collects an item, picks up an item, etc. Or whatever, you know. Okay, now this is what you want to put in every tool. So you have values. This again for the rarities. Do not delete this. You might want to keep it in case you want it. And you can add some other values. So this is a string value. You can maybe add some other values, maybe like price. If you want to add like those other features in it. And this is our main script. This is pretty much what makes everything work. So when you want something, so basically this is for every single tool you want in your game. So whenever you pick up an item, right? Let me actually delete this. So let me show you guys how this works. So take a look at our character right now. So workspace and recur. So this is me, right? This is me, as you can see. And this is my character, right? So this is my character. So whenever I step on this item, it touches this gravity coil. Since the gravity coil's parent is workspace currently. So when I pick this up, it is then parented to my character. So this is how we know when a player picks up an item by default. Now you can make another system. Maybe you have implemented a different system where it doesn't. When you pick up an item, you don't have to step on it, or maybe you have like a prompt, right? A proximity prompt. And when you pick it up, instead of equipping it automatically, it goes to your backpack. So you don't equip it automatically. You have to equip it manually. But that's if you have like your own system set up and all of that. But by default, when you step on an item, it goes directly to your character. And I'll be addressing that, how you can change, or how you can implement it with other systems that you've already made. So this is pretty much how it works by default. And most of you guys probably would be using this because most of you guys are beginners, you guys are noobs. So yeah. So I'm just letting you know this is how it works, so it'll be easier when I explain the script. So we know that gravity coil, when you step on it, when you pick it up, and when you equip it, every time you equip a gravity anything, if you equip an item, it goes to your character. It parents to your character. The parent of the tool goes to your goes to your character, the player's character. So, or I could go to your backpack if you want, but you have to script that by yourself. It's not included in this. I mean, I could make it part 2, but whatever. Okay, so airdrop info is the model script that we use. It has all is a dictionary of all the rarities. If you don't want this, keep this variable. You might just want to comment some other stuff, like somewhere here. I forgot. I'm gonna show you guys. I'll show you guys. So rarities is the rarity table in this model script. So in this dictionary, this is the rarities section of this dictionary. Item template is the item template that we're going to be using. Okay, and by the way, put this back in, yeah, so put this back in replicated storage. Make sure this is replicated storage. Item template, make sure this is in replicated storage. So, and remote is the remote event that we need. That's what we want to fire when a player picks up an item. All right. Okay, so this is the function. Now, let's see. Okay, so how will we detect whether or not a player has picked up an item? Okay, so let's skip to here, right here. So tool is the tool right here. So tool script.parent. And this is basically what we want in every single tool. So actually, let's put these two items. So the script, most importantly, the script and the values. If you actually it is necessary. If you don't want this, you just want to modify the script. I'll show you how. So copy. Okay, go. For some reason, okay, there you go. Okay, so put this here inside the tool directly. There we go. Now we're done. We're pretty much good to go. Let me show you guys if you wanna. So if you want to change, let me explain it first, and then if you want to change some things or two. So let's go here. So tool.ancestry change. So what is ancestry change? Basically, all it does, it detects whether or not an object's parent is changed. So, as we know, the gravity coil, when we pick it up, right? When you pick an item up, it doesn't have to be a gravity coil, it can be a tool. When you pick a tool up, by default, it goes from the workspace, the parent of the, basically from the workspace to your character. So the gravity coil is then parented to your character. So that's how we know the parent of the gravity coil is changed. So ancestry changed. And then we connect this to a function. So I is basically the object that's parented and the parent of the object, the current parent of the object, which is the character. So if P is a model, meaning if the character is a model, because the character is a model, right? As you saw, like the character. Okay, let me show you guys whatever. So this right here, our character. So every player's character is a model, right? That's the class name of every player's character. So we go here, and then the class name is model. So that's how we know our character is a model. And if the parent is a model, it most likely is the character of our player. All right. And now this is something else. This is in case you want something else, like if you have a completely different system that when you pick up an item, it goes to your backpack. But that's if you have scripted your own stuff, right? So ignore this. But if you're have the tool's parent is the character, means you picked up an item and it is equipped automatically, then you want to check the player from that character. So if game.players get player from character, pretty much self-explanatory. We get a player from the character, which is P, because it's our parent, the object's parent, the tool's parent, which is the character. Then we fire this function right here. Fire this function. All right, and then we wait 5 tool destroy, because we don't actually have to destroy, but we just want to remove it because we're gonna clone it anyways. We're gonna clone in our backpack and our starter gear, so we don't really need the tool anymore in the workspace, even though we're parenting it. But whatever. Okay, so we fire this. Hold on a second. Choose reward is not a good name, so we can actually what we should do. Give tool. I guess we could call it give tool. Give tool. Because choose reward is it's just the name I gave when I was making the commission for someone, but it is what it is. All right, so we make 2 clones. So let me explain. So tool clone 1 is the tool clone that you want to put in the player's backpack, right? So when you put a tool in the player's backpack, the player doesn't equip it anymore. The tool is no longer equipped, right? And since we put this script inside the tool, inside this tool, we want to disable it because otherwise it would kind of like, I'm not explaining it, but basically it will break. Not really break, but it will mess up. Like, it will mess up real bad. Right, because we have the ancestry change function, and if you put it here, and then you also set the parent tool, it will also run in the cloned tool, right? Because the clone tool also have that script, right? But I don't know if that makes sense. It is what it is. So this is the necessary one you want. So this is the one you want that's necessary. Now this is what you want if you want the tool to stay in your starter gear, which means if the player dies, he will also have that tool after he resets, after he dies. So if you don't want the tool to stay in the player's inventory after the player resets, you might just want to comment that out like that. Otherwise, keep that here. This is when this starter gear is kind of self-explanatory. It's a starter gear because the tool stays in the player's backpack after the player resets. All right. Now, all right. I'll think about. Nah, okay, forget about it. Forget about it. All right. So rarity is the tool's rarity. Now, as you see here, the values right here. Okay, I didn't explain that well. Sorry, I didn't explain that well. But so for the rarities right here. So for the where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Airdrop info. So when you have all the rarities, you can actually change these if you want. And when you want to set the rarity of the item, it has to be, so keep the name rarity and the value of that string value, you want it to be one of these. If not, you can change the name of these. That's completely fine. So let's say instead of rare, you want, I don't know, epic. You want to call it epic, right? That's completely fine. And then you can change this to epic. Right, so you can change these if you want. You can change, so the chance is how much, actually, no, this is completely different. So actually ignore this, but this was like for a crate like thingy, crate opening, I don't know. So let's see, and actually, oh, change this, sorry, change the name of this, so epic and epic. That's the name and the color, you can change the color, the chance, ignore that. The color you can change though, the color, so you can change this to like yellow, I don't know. Change it to whatever. You can change it if you want. Change it to green. Maybe green is good. But yeah, you can change the color and the name right here. Change make them the same. And yeah. Okay. So the rarity is finds the rarity that is the same name as the string value for the rarity value inside the tool. Right? Make sure it is spelled correctly as in the dictionary. And it'll find. If you don't want this, what you should do is actually you don't really need to, yeah, so if you don't want this, comment it out. And you also, so you see how these red lines, you also want to just comment this out too. And then for this one, don't comment this out, just erase the third parameter because this is a fired event. It's a function, so just erase the third parameter if you don't want this. Otherwise, if you do want it, just don't comment out. It's that simple. All right, so clone template. What is clone template? It's the item template that we just cloned. I just showed you guys. So this is what happens when you pick up an item. We clone this, and then we put it in our holder right here, and it'll appear like this. So this is just a placeholder, right? So put this in your replicated storage, and it'll clone from the script. So we set the name to the tool name. So for example, in this case, it's the gravity coil. That's the name. Tool.texture ID. So if you want to put an image, just set it to the texture ID of this tool. So right here. So whatever texture ID you want, put it in the tool's texture ID. And the rarity color, if you want, it's the rarity color from this. So if it's epic, it will be this color. If it's uncommon, it will be this color. If it's common, it will be this color. And legendary, it will be this color, the red color. All right. So then we make some variables for the player GUI and the inventory main holder. So this is the inventory holder right here. We just clone this template, and we parent it to the inventory holder, and then it'll appear for the player. And that's pretty much it. So if I had a client, I'm sure, let's see. Oh, sorry for that. Oh my goodness. All right, awarded a remote. Okay. So this is collected item. This is the remote that we fired from the server, and then this is the client. So this is a local script. Now let's see. Or we just okay. So on client event. Let's see. Oh, so I think this is just the awarded GUI. So the one I showed you. So it shows you like, oh, what did you get, right? So what were you awarded? So this shows this. If you don't want this, I think what you should do is just honestly comment this out maybe. If you don't want this, just comment this entire on client event or function. This entire function. Or this entire event, I don't know what it's called. This event. I guess you can call it. So if you don't want the awarded UI, but that's pretty much an extra, like a bonus, in the model. So yeah, I pretty much explained everything. I hope I explained it well and thoroughly. But we're gonna actually just test this now. Let's put this back in our, oops. I was supposed to put this back in our, okay. All right. So we got this. So we don't want this. You have to put values. You can actually delete this if you want, as long. So if you don't want like the rarities, but you probably might need it in case you want to add some other values. But other than that, yeah, it is what it is. If you don't want this, you can delete it if you want, but make sure you comment this out too, and these two. Remove this third parameter and comment this out too if you don't want the rarity thingy, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, let's test this out now. So we got our gravity coil. Let's test it out on our gravity coil. And by the way, guys, this gravity coil is completely from the toolbox. It's nothing. So all we did was add the script and we add the values folder. That's all we did to the gravity coil. And it should work completely fine. So as you can see here. So when we step on this, we should pick it up, right? Like this. And it says you found gravity coil, claim, and then boom, got the gravity coil. So now this is an inventory system. It has everything scripted in it. I scripted this entire inventory system with equip and unequip system. So if you press equip, it says equipped, and we have this equipped in our character. We unequip this, right? It then goes back to our backpack. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's literally it. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. It's basically not really even a tutorial. It's honestly just me explaining the model that I'm providing you guys. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. It also helps other people find this video. And yeah, if you want more or if you want other tutorials, comment down what you want next. And yeah, if you want, you can join our Discord. Kind of dead Discord. Our Discord is kind of dead, but yeah, I got this golden crown, pretty cool. And yeah, I don't know what else. What else? Yeah, this is our cool gravity coil, and we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.